What it do, what it do, what it do? Welcome back to the channel, baby.
Yeah.
What it do, what it do, what it do, Half and Jake family. Welcome back to the channel, baby.
Yes.
It's your boy Half.
And your girl Jay.
And we back
with another reaction video.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the channel, man.
Yes, welcome back, welcome back.
We definitely appreciate everybody.
Yes, we do.
All our returning family members.
Right. And those who just joined.
All the ones who just joined, you know what I'm saying? We definitely appreciate you guys.
Yes, we do.
So, how was y'all weekend, too, by the way?
The weekend went pretty fast.
It did.
It did.
Like, boom. Matter of fact, what's today? Tuesday, huh?
Yeah.
Hopefully this week go by as fast as the weekend did.
Right.
To get to the weekend again.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So anyway, man, we about to jump into some more reactions, so we hope y'all ready, cause I know we is. We is. Oh. Let them know who we're gonna react to today.
We are reacting to Fox News. So shout out to Fox News.
Fox.
Trump. And this was the most embarrassing moment in U.S. history.
In U.S. history.
Yes.
Most embarrassing moment in U.S. history. So let's see what this one is. Before we do, everybody else out there who has not yet subscribed to that channel, bam, go ahead and hit the subscribe button.
Yes.
Turn your post notifications on.
Yes.
Like and share this video.
Yes.
And comment down below, baby. Come and join the squad.
You might as well.
Half and Jay.
Yes.
Plus, we gonna be kicking
Kick it
off.
off.
What? Good vibes, baby. Good vibes. I be boom. Let's go.
All right, so we have this new, I call it a new axis of evil.
Yeah.
You have China aligned with Russia, aligned with Iran. Let's start with China. Here you have a Chinese spy balloon. There are no consequences. Here you have, just this week, a Chinese simulator that takes out all of our warships in the Pacific and the China Sea.
Very sophisticated.
You have a confrontation with a fighter jet of China with our fighter jet. They come, what, within 400 feet or whatever it was. Joe Biden's defense secretary wants to meet with their defense secretary, and they basically give Joe Biden the middle finger and say no. And you see that there's a growing Cold War with China, who's aligned with two other hostile regimes. And I got to believe that's not a good situation for America right now, because, you know, Putin seems to have no qualms about taking down a drone out of the sky. No consequences for him, no consequences for China. What would you do?
So we had a great thing with China until COVID came in. Then I didn't even want to deal with them. But I had a great relationship with President Xi. But I was charging them tariffs, and if I didn't do, because they were dumping steel like nobody's ever seen anything like it before, destroying our steel mills and our steel plants. And I put on a 50% tariff, and all of a sudden our steel industry was doing good. I did it for washing machines. I did it for dryers. I did it for a lot of things because they were destroying a lot of our businesses. But we were taking in hundreds of billions of dollars. And we're in Iowa. I gave the farmers $28 billion. You know that, $28 billion. And in one of my moments, I said...
And that's big, though.
Major.
Farming is huge for us as a country.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Huge.
Farmers, $28 billion. You know that, $28 billion. And... in one of my moments, I said, there's no way I lose Iowa. I gave the farmers $28 billion from China. I took $28 billion. I asked Sonny Perdue, who was the Secretary of Agriculture, and a very good guy, said, Sonny, how badly have our farmers been hurt by what China was doing? They were killing our farmers, right? Just killing them. He said, about $28 billion. I said, that's okay. And I had $28 billion worth of checks right now to all of the farmers of our country. And I said, there's no way I'm going to lose this state. And there's no way I'm losing Nebraska and some other ones. But I've had more people thanking me for that. But think of it. I took $28 billion from China and gave it to our farmers. Nobody else would do that. Nobody else.
Vladimir Putin You have said repeatedly in interviews that if you were president, he never would have went into Ukraine.
Would have never.
How do you say that? And then you also have said that if you're president, you can end this very quickly.
Yeah, I'd say
how?
If I'm president, and by the way, this is a much worse position than before it started. Before it started, it was easy. He wasn't going to do it, and I had conversations. And it was always the apple of his eye. I mean, I could see that. But I said, you're not going to do it. And if you do it, we're going to have problems like you've never had before. He understood. I said things, he said.
What?
Just the way he said it is like, you're not going to do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to do it. And if you do it, it's going to be problems, my guy. You know what I'm talking about?
He's
like,
very outspoken.
Yeah. Like, he threw his weight around. I thought that was kind of like cocky right there. Like, you ain't going to do it. Like, I wish you would. You feel me? Oh, it's real.
And it was always the apple of his eye. I mean, I could see that. But I said, you're not going to do it. And if you do it, we're going to have problems like you've never had before. He understood. I said things, he said, you don't mean that. I said, I mean it 100%. And he didn't totally believe me, but he believed me 10%, and that's all he had to do. He knew that there was going to be a problem.
Can I just say,
and President Xi,
you're implying something here. You basically said, I'd obliterate you. Is that what you said?
I said things that were very bad, very nasty. And
kind of like what?
And honestly, I got along. And he said, "You don't mean that." It had to do with Moscow. He said, "You don't mean that." I said, "I do. I'll never talk about it again, but I do." He said, "You don't mean it. You don't mean it." And we then went on to other subjects. But I don't think he believed me, but he believed me 10%. That's all he had to believe me. 5% would be good enough. But I had the same conversation with President Xi about Taiwan, President Xi of China. I said, President, don't do it with Taiwan. Don't even think about doing it with Taiwan. He was never going to do it. And now he's circling, ships are circling, planes are flying over the top. 28 bombers last week went over right over the middle of it. A lot of stuff going on. And a lot of this has to do also with the fact that we were so incompetent in the way we left Afghanistan. It was so, I think it was the most embarrassing and most incompetent moment in the history of our country. And I think both of them looked at that and they said, wow, this is not the same country that we know. We rebuilt our military. I rebuilt the military. New jets, new everything. We had everything. And they gave away $85 billion worth of the best equipment in the world. Nobody can even believe it.
What?
The biggest, I mean, they're the biggest seller of equipment. They're the biggest, right after us, Afghanistan. Can you imagine? Afghanistan is one of the biggest arms merchants in the world because they don't need 700,000 guns and rifles, 70,000 armor-plated trucks and different things, but millions of dollars for some of them. 700,000 arms. Think of it, rifles. 70,000 trucks. There's not a used car lot in all of Iowa or in all of the country probably that has more than 500. These people had 70,000, and some of these are, big, heavy armor-plated stuff for the roadside bombs. Soleimani, Soleimani was not good. That situation was taken care of. And al-Baghdadi was not good, and that situation was taken care of. But we did a lot. Our military is great. A lot of things going on with our military, with the woke and all this nonsense. They're not learning to fight and protect us from some very bad people. They want to go woke. That's all they talk about now. I see letters that are being sent. It's horrible. I mean, it's really a serious problem. That would end immediately. But when you look at what we did...
We got to definitely protect the military, though.
Yes.
Because that's our security right there.
Right. He said they're going woke.
Right.
That's scary.
That's very scary, man. Our military is our country's security.
Right.
That's what keeps us safe. That's what keeps the bad guys out. The threats. Mm-hmm. All that type of stuff. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we definitely got to do better than that. Yeah. Definitely, because if once we get weak in the military, it's over with. Right. It's over with. Like, for real. Countries go look at that and be like, oh, yeah, it's time to take over now.
Yeah. So. Oh, my goodness.
horrible. I mean, it's really a serious problem. That would end immediately. But when you look at what we did, we rebuilt our military. We added Space Force. Everyone said, oh, Space Force, what is that all about? When they came in, Biden wanted to end it. He said, what is this, a game? It's going to turn out to be one of the most important. It hasn't happened since Air Force 78 years ago. And it's unbelievable now. China and Russia were taking over space, and now we're leading in space because of Space Force. It was a very important move.
We got to take a break. Hey, Sean Hannity here.
Ooh.
A lot of accomplishments.
Right.
A lot of accomplishments, you know, important accomplishments.
So we gave away billions of military equipment. Wow.
Billions.
Wow.
You know, like, here you go.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Here I am. I can't even get a bank loan.
So I wonder what other countries are thinking of us now.
They can get stuff for free. You know what I'm saying? And they can get stuff for free. You know, you know, once again, man, this is the reason why, you know, people need to just, again, do research, do their homework, and figure out, you know, who's gonna be best for the country.
Right.
You know, it ain't gonna be for the individual.
Right.
It's gonna be for the country. It's
exactly.
not, you know what I mean? It's not for the individual. It's for the country. So, you know, make sure when you go, you know, when you go out there doing your thing and voting and whatnot, just make sure you doing your homework.
Exactly.
You know, just make sure you're doing your homework.
Exactly.
So, anything you want to add?
I have nothing to add.
All right, so we're going to jump into some shout-outs, Steve. Let's give them shout-outs.
Okay, first shout-out goes to Craig Newman. What's up, Craig Newman?
Craig Newman, what's going on, man? Shout out to you. Hope you definitely enjoyed that reaction.
Yes.
Let us know what you thought about it. Let us know how you feel about our country's security right now. Do you feel that, you know, it's looking weak, or do you feel like, you know, we're as strong as can be?
Right.
You know, comment down below, let us know.
Second shout-out goes to Naldo. What's up, Naldo?
Naldo, where's Waldo? Shout out to you, though, Naldo. Hope you definitely enjoyed that reaction, man.
Yes.
Let us know what you thought about it as well. Same question applies to you, too. You know what I mean? So, we love you guys.
Yes, we do.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yes.
We'll catch you guys in the next reaction video.
Yes. Peace.